All right, traders, this is my 12th green day in a row. Trader Society collectively ended up making multi-six figures today. We ended up buying call options towards the exact lows. If you listen to the trading plan that I posted yesterday, I told you guys the best level for call options was at the gap close reversal, which was $440, which was the exact low. So being red on the day remains a choice. I also stated 441 was another good level for calls, and we did bounce first at 441. Both of the trade ideas worked, and I gave you guys the exact low. I'll be teaching you towards the end of this video how I was able to do that. We are going to be starting off with the trading plan. I have a new trading plan lined up for tomorrow, and it is going to be a great money-making plan, and I'll be sharing that with you. Let's get straight into the analysis. So, in terms of the SPY, what you need to understand is overall, later into this week, they are going to try to pump this to $447. And I'll be sharing with you how to identify when it is going to happen. It will likely happen later into the week, not right away. At first, based off the daily chart on what I'm seeing, they will try to have small drops first. And in terms of where those small drops will try to trigger first are going to be these two levels. The lower level is going to be the gap. We have a gap that's waiting to fill above at 443.63. When this gap does fill, they will try to drop it first. It will try to have a small pullback first for scalpers. We will be keeping that on our radar with a super tight stop loss for puts first. Now, in terms of when is the SPY going to go super bullish to $447, I am currently valuing that at $447 by the end of this week. In terms of when it's going to happen, it is going to happen when they break above 443.63 and turn it into a floor. But this is in terms of when it's really going to happen. This is the more important part. We will likely drop at this level first as well, which is the pre-market highs, 444.51. which is another level where I'm looking to do a quick scalp on puts. But what you need to understand is when the SPY turns 443.63 into a support level, that's when it's going to try to spike to 447. But for that to truly happen, it needs to maintain above that, then it needs to break above 444.50, and then it needs to turn into support. So based off of what I'm seeing, they will try to have two small pullbacks at first, which is going to be 443.63 when first tested, and also the pre-market highs 444.50. Then later throughout the week, if not soon, I think it's going to be more likely later in terms of speaking on this video, but as we get closer to the confirmations and to the real-time candles, I will know exactly when it's going to happen because I know how to trade price action. I know how to identify confirmations. I know how to read the candles. I know how to read the market. I will know exactly when it's going to happen in that sense, but that's the most likely outcome first. They try to drop it first for small pullbacks at those levels. Then when the bulls are getting shaken out, when SPY is selling off, later towards the week, when the calls are becoming more worthless, more decay, that's when the true pump is going to happen. But in order for that to happen, they need to form a floor at 443.63, and then they need to break above 444.46 and turn that into support. Once they break above 444.46, turn that into support, it is going to be a brutal rally to 447. And then that will be the next level for put options where I will be planning to buy puts and go short, which is expected to happen later into the week, not early on, but we shall see, right? I don't just blindly trade based off of videos. I trade what I actually see. If I'm seeing a floor, I'll look to trade the floor. If I'm seeing a roof, I'll look to trade the roof. Calls, puts, right? So in terms of our best level for puts later on to the week, it is going to be 446.50 and 447 zone. So that's the overall game plan. That is what I am interested in doing in terms of the SPY. So our key levels are going to be 443.63, 444.50, and 447 to 446.50. Now, are there currently any lower key levels that I am interested in? I will say this. I will be keeping my eyes very, very closely on a potential bounce in between this zone of 441 to 440. 441 is previous resistance that has not been tested in a sense. They will try to bounce it again if it drops back to 441. And then in terms of this strong bottom wick support, I absolutely love 440. That's the game plan. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick price ladder. If one of these levels on the ladder reacts as a floor, reacts as a support, it's going to spike up to the next level. If one of these levels on the ladder reacts as a resistance, reacts as a roof, it's going to spike down to the next level, right? So we're not interested in trading at every single price on this ladder. They're not all created equally on the brackets, and they're not all the best subspace prices, but it helps give you a sense in terms of where price is heading. And if you see a confirmation and you're comfortable with the risk in taking that trade idea, you can take it. So let's start off with the top of the ladder. Make sure you set price alerts and save all these levels. This would be the best level for puts, $450. There's a gap waiting to fill here at like 450.30 for the gap close reversal. Same strategy we used to buy calls literally at the low of day, alerted that in advance, planned ahead. In yesterday's video, you all should have banked on that. Look at the 30-minute candle. It's a green bullish 30-minute candlestick at the lowest oversold gap at 440 where I told you to buy. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to rally this to the moon, man. If you weren't in calls, you were asleep. I already made my money. I made my money on calls at 441. I banked on that, and then I called it for my day, man. And G-Roar, I want to give a big shout out to G-Roar. He absolutely crushed it. This guy, G-Roar, he ended up alerting multiple 100% gainers within the chat. The lead trader, the best trader within SPY, within, Trader Society. He alerted multi 100% gainers back to back to back, 5 wins in a row on SPX today. That's more than a greater return of 1,000%, man. He absolutely crushed it again. Dude's an absolute monster. But in terms of our price ladder, 450.30. 450.30 is our true best level for puts. Our next best level for puts is going to be the zone of 447 to 446.50. That is key resistance that has not been tested. That is also key previous support where the SPY cracked and is not retested. So once it cracked this support, there was support on the 1-minute chart. It's going to try to react as lower highs. It's going to try to crash from there. Our next level from 447 is going to be the pre-market highs of today towards that 444.50 zone. It's going to try to drop there first. Our next level below that is 443.60. That's the gap. It's going to try to drop first. Once it reacts to support, that's when we really start to go super bullish. Next level under that, in terms of interest for calls, will be 441 to 440. And that is it. That is our price ladder. That is our game. We have SPY locked down to a T within Trader Society. We have people who have a net worth of 9 figures. We have people who net worth with 8 figures. And then we have people with 7 figures who are multimillionaires as well. They are absolutely crushing it, man. I'm telling you, the best trader in there, and the floor is going to be all his for tomorrow, man. We're cutting out all the noise. We're filtering out all the nonsense within the chat, and we're leaving the floor to G-Roar. This guy is an absolute legend, and what G-Roar has mastered is the best trading strategy you can possibly use, and he's doing it on SPX. What he does is he's a day trader. So he's not a scalper in a sense. He'll do some scalps as well, but he day trades and he aims for big wins. He can make multiple 100% returns within like 15 to 30 minutes. So he holds longer than scalpers. Scalpers get in and out within seconds to minutes. G-Roar ends up holding his trades for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes. And he makes multiple 100% returns. 150%, 200%, 300% returns very, very quickly, day trading SPX options. And his win rate is 85%. So imagine this. Let's say you had 6 figures. Let's say if someone had 6 figures, they had a 6-figure account and they put in, $10,000. So they put in 10% of their account into a trade. Worst case scenario, they're going to lose 50% on that trade, which is $5,000. Best case scenario, they're going to be making 20, 30, $40,000 on one single trade, and he is yielding net. I've seen him yield net 1,000% returns. So if they just kept on flipping that same $10,000, they can quickly run it up to 6 figures, man. He is the best trading strategy because he works in percentiles. He puts in the max risk of his account, the most he's going to risk, the R multiple, the max risk on his trade, into the SPX trade. And, that max risk will trigger if it goes down like 50%, he gets stopped out. And then when he's right, which is 85% of the time, he's making multiple 100% returns. That is why he's the absolute best. And this guy's an absolute monster because I've seen him hit 5 of these in a row within just 2 hours. He did it today. He did it yesterday. Dude is an absolute beast. And I'm truly blessed to have him in my network because this is the best day trader that I've ever seen. And he is taking this team to the next level, man. He's taken it to a level greater than scalping ever will. It's the best trading strategy, man. It's the best risk to reward, so hats off to him. And I'm looking forward to trading with him tomorrow and seeing him take over the entire floor within the SPY section. So I'm going to leave it off at that, man. We will continue to crush it. The price of Trader Society will be going up. We are working on doing major upgrades. We are trying to attract more serious people, and we are really trying to attract more wealthier people as well. Because I'm telling you, if you don't even have to be super wealthy, but if you have, a couple tens of thousands of dollars or six figures, man, like if you have that type of money, the opportunity is absolutely insane here. We have guys who join this program, they have like 10, 20, 30K. They're flipping that $10,000 profit a week, and they're doing it consistently, man. So I'm going to leave it off at that. If you do want to be a part of my network, if you are serious, it's the first link down below in the description. It's a one-time fee. It's lifetime access. You'll get access to the SPY floor. You'll get access to lead moderators, the lead traders. All the information is explained in the first link down below in the description. Like I said, prices will be going up very, very soon, because we're giving this away in terms of what the price already is, and we're trying to make this the highest quality group we can possibly make it, and we're trying to tune out and filter all the noise, man. So I'm going to leave it off at that. I will see you guys within the next lesson, and I will see you more importantly tomorrow, live at market open. We will continue to crush it. Just to quickly recap the overall day, this was very, very simple, man. Everyone should have been green. It's written in stone. It's in the videos. It says right here, my key levels for calls are currently 441 support, 440 gap. Both should bounce first. Let's see, did both bounce first? Well, if you look at the 30-minute chart, the low is 441.09. It missed my level by 9 cents. Big deal. Look at how high it went up to. It went to $442. It had a very, very nice spike. Look right here. My next key level was 440. The low of day is at 439.94. We knew the gap was the best level. We knew it was the lowest level. We knew it was the most oversold level. And guess what happened? It was the exact low on the day, and it had a multi-point run where SPX contracts went up multiple 100%, man. That is the game changer. The reason why I haven't been preaching to trade SPX is because I'm a scalper. And the problem with scalping SPX is because the spreads are too wide. They're like 5-point wide strike spreads, and there's lack of liquidity, and the spreads on the bid and ask are going to be too wide in a sense to get in and out very, very quickly within seconds to minutes. It's going to be too much of a risk to pay to take that quick trade. But then we had G-Roar, the lead day trader, right? He scalps, but he's also a day trader, come along, and he's the best day trader within Trader Society because he's created the best day trading strategy. He has an 85% win rate, and what he does is he day trades SPX. He holds for longer periods of time, aiming for very, very big wins. And what he's doing differently is he'll put in his max risk on the trade, and if SPX drops like 50%, that'll be his max risk. Let's say he's risking like 2-3% of his account on a trade. If the contracts go down 50%, he gets stops out, he cuts his losses, right? And he'll lose his max R multiple, his max risk on the trade. And then when he's right, which is 85% of the time, he's pulling 150%, 200%, 300%. The limits are endless with SPX. There's been opportunities with SPX where you could have made multiple 1000%. So the point is, with his win rate and with his very, very little losses factored in, let's say he loses like 250% trades in a row and he's down 100%. He lost 2 R multiples. Let's say he keeps going. He makes 3 more trades, 100% each. That's a 300% return. He's up 200% on the day. And this guy, I've seen him yield 1000% returns in one single day, which means if you had, let's say like a $10,000 account and you were putting in $300 in a single trade, $300 times, literally 1000%, you're looking at a $3,000 profit utilizing just 3% of your trading account. And the contracts he's trading are only a couple $100. So that is why he's the best. He's going deeper out of the money. He's day trading for bigger wins. When he's wrong, which is very, very little, only 15% of the time, he'll lose like 50%. When he's right, he'll hit multiple 100%. Sometimes it's like 80%. Sometimes it's 100%. Sometimes it's 200, 300, 400%. And the thing about him is he's an absolute beast because he does it multiple times in a row. I've seen him, like today, go on hot streaks where he hits 5 multiple 100% winners in one single hour in a row. He's the best, man, and I'm truly blessed to have him within the network. And that's why I do what it is that I do. I've attracted very wealthy individuals, and I've attracted some of the best traders that you can get access to. And in terms of the strategies that I've seen, he's truly the best. This is someone, I don't follow anyone, but me personally, I will be having a separate account just to follow his trades, not to blindly follow what it is that I'm doing, but I will be back testing the trades that he's making, and I will be back testing his SPX trading strategy, because in terms of a risk to reward and risk management, he truly does have the best trading strategy if you just use it the right way with the proper risk management and you don't abuse it by taking heavy position sizes on extremely risky contracts, right? So with that being said, I want to give a big shout out to G-Roar. I'm truly blessed to have him within the network, and it's truly an honor to be working side by side with him within Trader Society and the private network. And I want to give a big shout out to the moderators as well who've been putting the work in. Dimitri has been trading fairly well as well recently, so I want to give a shout out to him. And with that being said, man, we will absolutely crush it. I want you to understand, this team is going to continue to become extremely higher quality. We're going to be doing some serious upgrades within the chat. We're going to be filtering out the noise so your eyes are just on the best, less noise, less talking, best trades only, the best people talking in that sense, giving out the best trades possible so you don't miss them. And you need to have your eyes analyzed and glued to the chat. I am watching that Discord 8 hours a day. I do not miss a thing. I don't care how much spam is going on by other people. I don't care how much noise is going on. I tune it all out and I do not miss a message by the best traders. And like I said, we will be working on systems and moderation and filtering out the noise so it's easier for you to see, but your eyes need to be glued to that chat in a sense. There's going to be money flowing. There's millions of dollars in transactions made in liquidity flowing through SPY and SPX just within that chat alone, and you will witness it and see it in real time. So I gave you the best trader there is possible. I really encourage you to keep your eyes peeled on him because what he is doing for the team is truly incredible. It is not by accident in terms of the polls and the results that we've gotten just these past 12 days alone. I'm up over $30,000 just trading. And if you look at the polls, they're speaking for themselves. Barely anyone is going red. And if you are going red, that is on you and that is a choice. I don't understand how we have people going red when I not only planned to buy calls at the exact lows, but I made one trade today. It was a win, and for the time that I got in, it was the exact lows. I bought calls literally at 441.50. It was the exact lows, but I had a nice spike. I sold for a $2,000 profit. Then we had G-Roar ends up alerting 5 multiple 100% wins in a single row in less than 2 hours. So again, I truly don't understand how people are going red. It's a choice at this point. I do understand and I do believe that not everyone wants to go green and not everyone deserves to be green. And that's fine. You can make that choice for yourself. But I'm telling you, if you are serious about making money, this is the best team that you can possibly be a part of. And we've already had discussions, man. We will be raising the price very, very soon. The price will be going up very, very soon. We want to attract more serious people and we want to attract more wealthier people. If you are a more wealthy individual, even if you only have like $10,000, but man, if you have like 30K or 50K or 100K, oh my gosh, the amount of money you can make within these SPX trades is truly incredible with the proper risk management as well. But I'm telling you, man, we are interested in working with more serious people and more wealthier people. So the prices will be going up exponentially very, very soon. This is the best time to get in. I'm going to leave it off at that. If you want to witness true legacy, you already missed out on today. But if you want to witness tomorrow and then upcoming Fridays are known for being my best day, I would encourage you to join the chat. You're going to witness absolutely a legacy tomorrow because we are filtering out the noise and the SPY chat will be a lot more quiet. We're leaving the floor to the best traders. We don't want to miss anything. I'm going to leave it off at that, man.